Hello again YouTube and welcome back to Sakura Succubus 7. My name is MS-Punk1 and last video we got unexpectedly joined by Ayu at the amusement park here. She had for some reason decided to travel here from the Succubus realm and join us. Maybe she felt a bit lonely or a bit jealous of the other girls. But whatever the case, she just appeared here out of nowhere and joined us. And she and Stefania really seemed to got well to what's the word? They clicked. Let's just say they clicked with each other. So yeah, they had a nice time together on the roller coasters and everything. And then a bit later, Cosmos wanted to go watch a stage show. But after a while, we got this guest appearance because the MC or the spokesperson for the show discovered Ayu in the crowd and of the audience and turned to something else. So what will happen now afterwards? Time wears on and the park eventually closes. When this happens, I have to leave alongside my stored group of succubi, plus one European princess and her ever beautiful maid. Ayu wishes me a farewell and returns to the Succubus realm after pressing a quick kiss against my cheek. Ayu, Cosmos, Stefania, Elisabeth and I meanwhile have to take a train back into central Tokyo where we all live. Wait at the station for about 10 minutes until the train arrives. Then we board it alongside an influx of other guests from the park. All of us spent after our busy day. Elisabeth and Stefania sit together as do Ayu and Cosmos. I sit apart from them and smile while watching them. Stefania is engaged in an animated discussion with Elisabeth about all the rides she went on, and the delicious food she ate, and all the fun she had. She's so excited I can hear her even above the rumbling of a train. I would have two questions to find a self-proclaimed normalcy, given she's pontificating about her affirmation on the normalcy to her maid, but I don't cut into her conversation. That would seem crass, particularly when she's having such a good time. As for Cosmos and Ayu, meanwhile, well, oh, how cute. That is actually kind of cute, because I don't think Ayu would ever do that if she had any choice or any conscience. Or rather, when if she was conscious, rather. We are both fast asleep. Ayu's head is resting upon Cosmos' shoulder, while Cosmos' cheek is pressed against Ayu's forehead. Ayu's lips are pursed, almost as though she's awaiting a kiss, and her long lashes practically seem to melt together. Cosmos' lips, meanwhile, are curved into a small smile. Sorry for my small coughing. The train gudges back and forth, the wheels screeching on the metal tracks, but neither of them stir. Now this is quite a curious sight. I've never seen Ayu cuddled up so closely to Cosmos. Not of her own volition, at least. So how to take a picture of this to preserve a moment. If she were awake, there's no way Ayu would stand for this. I can easily imagine her springing away from Cosmos, her brow furrowed and an angry cry of. Ayu isn't being her usual aggressive self right now, however. Not even she can maintain her perpetual pissiness when she's passed out, I suppose. Or she's actually likes Cosmos a lot and are just too big of a tsundere. Right now we're cuddled up together like a pair of kittens in a basket. We really do look like best friends. So I know Ayu, of course, would be infuriated that such a thought ever crossed my mind. I keep this to myself so as not to incur the future awoken Ayu's wrath, but we look rather cute together. And you say you don't like Cosmos, Ayu? I murmur to myself, amused by this turn of events. I'm sure you must like her deep down. This proves it. Compelled by some devious impulse to fish my phone out of my pocket and angle it at the pairs of sleeping besties. I open up my camera function, shift back a little in my seat, then click. Yeah, good. There. Now I have photographic proof of Cosmos and Ayu's closeness, saved on my phone for future prosperity. And the plans of actually showing this photo to Ayu. I don't want her scratching my eyes out, but she looks so cute right now. I'd be ashamed to let the moment pass without commemorating it in some way. I always remember this moment, at least even if Ayu won't. I don't want to forget today's event. nor how much fun we all had together. I'm not a big fan of theme parks, but I really did enjoy myself, and I'm enjoying myself all the more now after seeing Ayu and Cosmos getting along so well. The train eventually pulls into our station. When it does, I rise to my feet, stretching so my joints creak. When I step off of the train alongside Stefania and Elisabeth, Cosmo and I remain on the train, still sitting together, though they both seems awoken from their stirred sleep, a shared sleep rather. They both live a little further down the line, so they don't join us through, though we do share quick farewells. The doors of the train closes behind me with a hiss, and then it departs, taking Ayu and Cosmos deeper into the heart of Tokyo. Flanked by Stefania and Elisabeth, I wend my way back home to my cruddy rundown apartment. The sun has well and truly set at this point, and the streets through which I walk were dark, illuminated by the artificial orange glow of the street lamps and the moon which hangs overhead. My footsteps fall against the ground with a series of discordant thuds, which mingle with the sharp strikes of Elisabeth's heels. Stefania was animated enough on the train as she chatted 19 to a dozen with Elisabeth, but I think her energy is beginning to run out. She yawns, one hand pressed on to her mouth, and her body lists to one side. Fortunately, Elisabeth is there to catch her, as any good maid art before she can carry them to the ground. Stefania yawns again, more tears bedding in the corners of her eyes. What? Oh, I glanced away, a little flustered by Elisabeth's earnest and whatever that is, sorry. It seems a bit silly, really, to get so worked up over such a statement when I engaged in all manner of intimate relations with all manners of women. But I don't think I ever had a foot massage before. It sounds kind of intimate. Is this something I'd be interested in? I can try it out. Maybe we get a new CD. I wouldn't mind, I guess, but I'm not sure why you seem so earnest. Cute. That's the last word I used to describe feet. My own in particular. Geez, I can't tell if Elisabeth is teasing me or not. It's hard to tell when her tone is so impassive. This is all kind of weird. I never met a woman so desperate to stroke my toes before. I shake my head, bemused, and resume my walk to my apartment. We're not too far away now. We're only about 5 minutes to go, and I feel desperate and I feel, despite the strange trajectory of my conversation with Elisabeth, fairly relaxed. I'm ready to head back inside and get some much needed shut-eye when someone's here. Not for the first time, I feel a shiver down my spine. I felt this way before, recently too. This is the same sensation that assailed me back at the park when Cosmos, Elisabeth and Stefania were sipping on their bubble tea. It feels like there's somebody or something watching me, something with a truly terrifying presence. No, she seems sad. What? Oh no. If I'm being honest, my feet were the least thing on my mind this last half a minute. Unpleasant sensation which spread from me put all other thoughts from my mind. I still feel out of sorts, but though I cast my gaze this way and that, I can't see anything which might be causing my discomfort. The street is full of shadows, true, which would make perfect places for any interloper to hide. I can't detect even the faintest flicker of movement. The comfortable coldness inside my veins meanwhile already seems to have disappeared, I guess. Was I imagining things? I hope so. There might be any not be me any genuine physical threat, but lingering what if has left me feeling tense and on edge. What in the world am I getting so worked up about? The following morning. I awake uneasily from my slumber after sojourning, or so it felt, in a rolling pit of anxious, uncomfortable dreams. I don't remember what I was dreaming about precisely, but a lingering sense of unease clings to me. Though last night passed eventfully enough after that sharp spike of anxiety I felt while walking back to my apartment, I still feel tense. Not even 8 hours worth of sleep was enough to soothe me. Why do I feel so disorientated? I have this throbbing and it feels oddly fuzzy. My thoughts meanwhile are all in a muddle. When I swallow I can taste something akin to iron on my tongue. Gross. I need to brush my teeth and my hair too. I sweated a little while I was asleep too, and my nightshirt is clinging uncomfortably to my skin. With aching limbs and a dully throbbing skull, I sit up in my futon and glance around. Elisabeth, I imagine, will be in the kitchen working on breakfast. As for Stefania, meanwhile, it's strange that she isn't here. She woke me up these past 2 mornings without fail, smiling as she did like an angel. I guess she might have gone to have a shower early though. That makes perfect sense, but for some reason Stefania's absence feels kind of ominous. Can't help but to worry that something is awry. But now I try to tell myself I'm being foolish. I shouldn't worry so much. Nothing's wrong. That brief feeling of icy discomfort I felt last night was nothing more than baseless paranoia. It has nothing to do with Stefania's disappearance. Not that she is disappeared. Or has disappeared. She can't have. That's what I try to tell myself at least, but... Oh? It's as I'm looking about my room that I notice it. There's an envelope lying on the top of Stefania's futon. An envelope with neatly penned characters on it that read Ungosarvara Hiroki. How strange. Did Stefania leave me this note? I suppose I never knew until I never know until I take a look, but this handwriting doesn't resemble Stefania's. I take the envelope with trembling fingers and slice it open with my fingernails. Gently I'll level the letter of the envelope's interior and scan through. I process the black characters arranged upon the perfectly white paper, a brow furrowing, and then... no way. A startled gasp falls from my lips. I can hardly believe it. I don't want to believe it. It doesn't feel real, but critical lack of Stefania in my bedroom lends this letter some credence. If Stefania really was here, she would have woken me up. She would wish me good morning, like she did yesterday and the day before that. She would have smiled to me, and she would have thanked me for showing her such a good time yesterday. But of course, Stefania didn't do any of those things. She couldn't because she isn't here. She's been kidnapped. I think that's a good point, or a good cliffhanger more or less to this video, or for this video. So yeah, I think that will be it. Hope you liked this one, if you did, so leave a like to it as usual, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!